Happy Sabbath Sunday, Salt House. As you may know, Salt House has these Sabbath Sundays 3 times a year. It's our opportunity to stop and say, yes, we believe in a God who meets us in our times of rest. And so we say, don't come here, but go and find ways to bask in God's love, God's generosity, God's abundance, right? As we stop and rest with God. So hopefully you're finding some ways to do that today. I am about to do that very much so in my own life, as this is my last day before I start a 3-month sabbatical. First, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for believing in rest for your pastors and providing this time for me. You are so generous, and I am so grateful. Also, I would like to reflect back to you this same invitation to generosity, to spaciousness in this summer ahead. So as you bask and rest today, I also invite you this summer to bask and press into and live into generosity and giving. I invite you to give in 3 ways. First, that you would live life together, that you would share in life together. The early church did this so beautifully. They just were in each other's lives. So we have opportunities we've created for this. So come and be a part of our summer suppers, the food truck Sundays we're going to have, our beach party. Look for those opportunities, connect, and create your own. See the people here as your people. Find your friends here at Salt House this summer. Also, please give by serving. So everywhere else we go in our lives, we're asking the question, what can I get out of this, right? That is different here in the church. We see church as a household, as a home, as a place to belong. And so the hope is that you would come and be like, oh, wait, I know where the broom is. I can clean that up for you, right? That we would see this as a place, as a building that we love together, as well as a people that we love together. So let Salt House become more fully your home as you serve. We're looking particularly for some opportunities around youth ministry. So tune in for those, keep listening for those, and plug in as you're able to as well, but many, many ways to serve. And finally, friends, I invite you to give also with your finances, your money, to give financially. Giving to a church is part of how we, again, share in the work of this household together. And folks newer to church may not be familiar with that rhythm. So the invitation is to let the generosity that we know from God also flow through our generosity with our money. Because as Jesus said, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. That means where we give, our heart will follow. So we're inviting you to give your heart to Salt House, to let your heart be here by giving here as well. So this is a season. We have a new fiscal year kicking off on July 1st. This is a season where we're inviting folks to pledge. And now this is a prayer practice, right? This is a spiritual practice to stop and spend time with God and ask, what can I give? God, there are all these reasons pressing in on me in our world and otherwise why I should hold tightly to what I have, right? But God, you are not bound by those same rules of this world, right? So the invitation is to prayerfully open our hands and ask, okay, God, what can I give in the year to come? And to set that amount and to pledge that amount, share that intention with Salt House so that we know and so that we can do some planning. The amazing good news is that we have a new thing, a matching pledge fund that has been set up by folks here in our community saying, we want to be generous with us. So as you pledge, all new increased giving for this next year, that is pledged by June 10th. That will all be matched up to $20,000. Again, if you've given before, any increase in giving, if you've never given at Solace, all that you pledge, all that you give will be matched as well up to $20,000. So let's please take advantage of that by June 10th. So friends, please just live generously into the summer together, for we know because of the way God's math works, because of the spirit that we know in God, we get far more than we ever could give, right? So much has been given to us. So may we live in this generosity of God as we live into this summer together. And I'll see you at the end of August. Friends, be well.
Go, run away!